Now the facts are plain for all to see, for so it seems to me. Like the leaves upon the branches of that big old pine tree. We could be distant cousins long before we sailed the seas.
Don't touch that channel flipper. We're here again for you. It's another exciting episode of Manfred's guitar, ukulele. Today, you won't believe it, I have a really, really special person visiting with us, with you. If you're watching, Natalie, Lynn is on your left, but, that's right, but we won't go there just yet. You know that I have an ongoing date with Destiny by the name of Alan Alien. The last time he was with us, we were doing Wait Till the Sun Shines, Nellie. Remember that? It turned out to be a film, and we worked pretty hard on that, didn't we? But now, the little crook has got me playing something that I've had difficulty with all my life. Blues. I'm usually sad and lonely, and I am, I have blue moments, but I don't play the blues very well. I miss that. But we're going to fool around a little bit, if you're at home, the key of A. A, like in America, or like the second letter in Canada. So on the ukulele, it looks like this. And it's really, really easy. And the D chord is even easier. You just take one finger and you lay it across the second fret. And then you shove it up a little bit and a little bit more, and you get the E. So that gives you A, D, E. So that's pretty easy. So I'm learning to play a 12-bar blues with Alan and the ukulele, and it goes a little bit like this. This is what he's got me going so far. And if you promise not to laugh, I'm being accompanied by a trombone. And Natalie Lynn is going to dig up her instrument at some point and help out this altar boy down on his luck to do a little bit of 12-bar blues. So here we go. What do you think of that? that, Natalie? Do you think that's a good start?
Sounds pretty good so far.
That's good?
I think so.
Okay, so I've got to do a little bit more strumming.
Okay.
Smile a little bit for the camera. And before we go any further, thanks to Rogers for helping me out. It's only 30 years that I've been doing this, so some of you have been with me for a long time. I know you send me letters. Can you play O Canada? Today I did that for you because it was a request. So here's to Rogers, here's to Alan, and wherever he's from, and a little bit of 12-bar blues in A, and a 1, 2, 3, 4. Nice. And the turnaround. And the You didn't think I could do that, did you? So anyway, we're going to put this guy to bed for a minute, carry on with the rest of the program before he takes over. And if you have a ukulele at home, don't be fearful. Don't think it's just a children's thing. There are people playing the ukulele all over the world, and I've gotten on to it. So we'll put this away for a moment, and I'm going to take you back to the original plan, and that is to find new guests and new people to entertain you at home. And today I'm going to take a moment and swing my neck over to talk to Natalie Lynn and say hello. Natalie, hello.
Hi, Manfred.
It's really nice that you came down.
Yeah, thanks for having me out.
Really, really a great thing. And one of the things that needs to be mentioned is that you're not just a songwriter and an occasional hobbyist trombone player, right?
Right.
You've been around quite a while, and Natalie is first line, second line in a 17-piece group that we know up and down the Okanagan as the, now my memory doesn't serve me right. Who do we play for?
The
again?
Okanagan Valley Big Band.
The Okanagan Valley Big Band, 17 people.
Yep, I think so. I lose track.
Under the direction of Paul Hunter.
That's right.
And you play trombone.
Mm-hmm.
And you write songs and you play the guitar. And Manfred, the friend of Alan, the alien, you've met Manfred before because he has not had a pink slip for 6 years.
It's true.
For 6 years or 7 years, Natalie and all the great people that make up the Okanagan Valley Big Band have not fired me. So what does that tell me?
It means you're stuck with us, I think.
It's great. I'm learning all kinds of new things, and the whole group doesn't laugh at me anymore. So I'm sort of grandmothered,
Yeah.
grandfathered into it for a little while until
Now we just laugh at the trumpets.
yeah. So what I would like to do while Natalie has the trombone is take that small bit of information that we got from the ukulele and the 3 chords that we call kind of a 12-bar blues, feeble as it is, and transfer that thinking to the guitar. So I'm going to move over here and take this instrument, which you've met a long time ago, you're familiar with, and I'm going to continue with what Alan started with the ukulele and I and you, and we'll go a little bit more. You recall the last month or the month before, I played you an instrumental of a 12-bar blues for just notes. And today I would like to do that again, but I'm getting help. And so Natalie is going to support me. It needs a little bit more work, but at this point, we take it one step further and we pause for a moment and have a look at the business of songwriting. And at this point, I want to read you a little story about the business of songwriting. It was a number of years ago in a Guitar Player magazine that I encountered an article, and a writer from the magazine quoted Paul McCartney asking him what he would like to take with him if he had to be marooned on an island. Natalie, what do you think that Paul McCartney would take with him if he had to be marooned on an island? Any idea?
Was it a trombone?
It was not a trombone, but it could have been a good second or third choice if it wasn't an acoustic guitar and the Buddy Holly songbook. So today the idea of looking at 12-bar blues as a point of departure could continue with an offering that I came up with a while ago. And I snuck this in several times into some of the shows that I've done. And I'd like to sing for you sort of a recent work called When I See You Dance. It got off to a nice start. The business of songwriting is all over the place for all kinds of people. And the guitar makes a really, really great vessel for expressing poetry. It's easy to drag around. This one called When I See You Dance. I've been sneaking it into some of the things that I've been doing with my group. And with a little bit of an intro here. Gotta write it down and set it free. And my fingers wanna dance, and the picks gonna keep them company. Oh, it's an easy 12-bar blues, you know I wrote it just for you, cause I'm in heaven when I see you dance. That's right, I'm in heaven when I see you dance. I'm fixing up the words, they gotta just fix the words. They gotta sound good even if the rain's in the chorus. They gotta fit together regardless of the weather, cause when I see you dance, my world's alright. Oh yeah, when I see you dance, my world's alright. And then the guitar player is supposed to pick a tune, pick a melody, right? 2, 3, 4. So we should get Manfred to give his guest an opportunity to do something. Manfred loves the camera, and after 30 years, it's been really a pleasant experience to have you take the time to write a little letter once in a while and to bump into me in the street and encourage me to keep going. But before I get Natalie to bring out her blunderbuss, you can grab your guitar, Natalie, and just hang on to it. We need to take a moment just to let you know that we are in Vernon, and within 2 or 3 weeks, what we do gets blasted around the planet because our trusty camera person, Linda Kumont, makes sure that all the things that I do right go on. It becomes quite a job for her to do the editing. And the best part is that the place we're in now, in Vernon, is graciously lent to us. And we are at the Bean Scene. And Linda, you're right there behind the camera. Am I saying it right? We're at the Bean Scene in downtown Vernon.
Yes.
And you can't see him because we don't show any guests, but we have an audience. And I know you can hear me, but I can also bet that you can hear Matt when he claps his hand when I thank him and acknowledge him for the courtesy of having us use his Bean Scene, the second floor. Are you there, Matt? That's Matt, the owner, and we acknowledge his generosity. And guess what? Today is actually a new thing. We have a new volunteer. You can't see him, or the people, you can't see him, but I can see him. And we have a new sound person. His name is Gerd. He also plays the guitar. And one of these days, Gerd will be lurching around from behind the technology of the sound system that we have. Compliments and thanks to him. And we will get Gerd to actually play the guitar and do some of his work.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah. Natalie, I have to say thanks very much for coming down and helping a lot of shut-ins to see what we do. Because I have gone to a couple of homes where people cannot get out of the house, and I've seen the program on their television, and I'm convinced that I'm doing the right thing. Now, if we can get Manfred to do and take some advice from Frank Zappa.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that line? Frank Zappa's line?
I should know the one.
It
It's on
says-
the tip of my tongue.
Frank Zappa's famous line is, "Shut up and play your guitar." Now that's in reference to me. So at home, I'm really thrilled to death, flabbergasted, and honored to introduce to you for the first time Natalie Lynn.
Yes.
And Natalie, you've got the same disease as me, writing songs.
Yes,
So
it's
what
a
did you-
real problem.
What have you got up your sleeve this time? Isn't it nice to have humor? I mean, and to have a little humor because
I try.
you know, doing this thing can be pretty stressful. Because I'm an amateur. Did you know that? I've been an amateur for 30 years.
I've been an amateur for not quite that long, but pretty close actually.
And the strangest thing of all, before I came to British Columbia, I lived in northern Alberta. But before that, I was in Toronto, and you know I was doing volunteer work for Rogers in Toronto in the 70s. So what have you got up your sleeve for the listeners and the viewers at home?
Yeah, so I've got a couple pieces that I wrote. When I write songs, I like to try and take ideas that I hear on the radio or that I hear at other performances, things like that, and sort of pick them apart a little bit and kind of turn them on their head. Make you think about them in a little bit of a different way. So I've got a couple of pieces that I am hoping that will do just that.
Good luck. I'll be your best audience, but
Okay.
everybody else is watching, and this is great. And I want to get you back again. So today,
Anytime.
even though we're not done,
Okay.
we want you back. So fire away.
This first one is called The World to Me. Everyone says love makes life worth living. Every song I hear tells me the same. Love can leave you reeling, as natural as breathing. But love doesn't always feel that way. 'Cause loving you doesn't feel like flying. The world keeps turning when you're not around. It's not something that makes me shout or sing, but you keep my feet on the ground. And I'll never move a mountain with the power of your love, or build a bridge across the widest sea. And I won't change the world or nothing but your touch. But your touch makes me feel complete. And your love means the world to me. The way you smile when I feel like crying, the things you share with me and no one else. We don't live on cloud nine, but your world's part of mine. You help me to bear to be myself. And I'll never move a mountain with the power of your love, or build a bridge across the widest sea. And I won't change the world, nothing but your touch. But your touch makes me feel complete. And your love means the world to me. And I can't help but wonder if I'm really missing out. But every night my peace comes from you lying next to me. And I can't see what the fuss is all about. And I'll never move a mountain with the power of your love, or build a bridge across the sea. And I won't change the world or nothing but your touch. But your touch makes me complete. And your love means the world. Your love means the world. Your love means the world to me. You mean the world.
You used the 2 chord before you went to the dominant.
I did.
That's an unusual technique. I don't know how many people out there heard that, but that's a very interesting musical technique. Instead of 1-4-5, she went to a 2-5 chord, and you used it once, and you just knocked me right off my little velvet chair. That's pretty good.
Oh, thank you.
That's pretty nice. How many people catch that?
I think you're the first one who specifically commented on it.
Well, I've got
was
ears.
actually-
I've got ears, you see. It looks like I don't have ears sometimes,
Yeah.
but I actually listen to the music. That's pretty nice.
Yeah, it was
Nice
actually.
going.
Thank you. Yeah, it was actually. I was kind of workshopping it.
If you play typical songs, maybe 1-6-4-5, 1-4-5, fine, but throw in the 2 chord before you throw in the 5 chord. That's a popular thing that came out in the 50s. You know what? My hat's off. Oops, I'm not wearing a hat, but my Rogers cup is off to you. That's
thank you.
pretty good. That's pretty damn good. Tell us about the guitar. This is an old beast.
Yeah, so I have had this one. Ooh.
Yes.
Since college, anyway, for sure.
It's older than you then. That's pretty
Maybe
nice.
not quite, but
It's got a nice resonance to it.
yeah. So this is picked it up here in the Okanagan a while back.
Really
and,
old tuning machines, and that's pretty good. And you've got picks, but you're using your fingers a lot.
Yeah, I use picks or not depending on the sound that I want. That one I wanted something a little softer for some of it. So.
Do you know that we have? You know that there are a lot of people that yes, I run into grief sometimes, but there are a lot of people that play the guitar that actually listen and watch what I try to do. And I knew that I'm going to have to get a rope somehow and get you back. Ladies and gentlemen, Natalie's going to do a little bit of a song. She's going to peter out, and Mrs. Fujiwara is going to do a really nice classical piece of music. Not yet, not yet. When Natalie's finished. So don't touch your channel flipper. We're about to leave you. Carry on, Natalie.
All right, I'll just start right from the last verse, I think.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. This is part of another piece that I've written called Beautiful Girls. And you've spent your life drinking in a lie that beauty's what he sees in you, and you know you'll have to let it go to learn how to believe in you. Because the beautiful girls aren't just the ones who don't know it. The beautiful girls aren't just the ones who won't show it. Confidence is something you can learn. Now that you finally discovered it's your turn. And a beautiful girl can say it don't matter what someone else sees when he's looking at her. Feels a little bit like being free. No, you've never needed someone else to see what makes you beautiful. Oh, you can know you're beautiful. Oh, that's what makes you beautiful.
Thank you very much for staying with us today. We're always here at the Bean Scene, thanks to Matt. We're on the 2nd floor. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
Now the facts are plain for all to see, or so it seems to me. Like the leaves upon the branches of that big old pine tree. We could be distant cousins long before we sail the sea.